Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Soul Rehab Project. This is Sarah Saxby, and this is the podcast where we talk about truth because truth is difficult and we've been living lies for as long as we've been alive. So, we're going to talk about truth. In today's episode, I'd like to talk about what it is you like to do. When someone asks you that question, what is it that you like to do? And I will say that it varies greatly depending on whether you're inside the illusion or outside the illusion. And this is what I'm going to talk about. When you're inside the illusion, which is where I spent 99% of my life, I constantly searched for what it was I could do. What could I do that I would enjoy, that would make me feel better, that would bring me peace, that would remove some resistance, that would remove some stress, right? What can I do? And so I would do things throughout my entire life. I would travel. I would try to find a hobby. You have kids and you start doing stuff there, so you're distracted there. But even when I was in the illusion, if people asked me what it was I liked to do, I would say, I don't know, I like to hike. I guess I like to travel. I like to run. But it was always like I don't know. And I never understood why that was such an issue until now. But there are people that will say all kinds of things when you ask them that question. They have hobbies, right? But once you get outside the illusion, and outside the illusion, I mean, you went through loss without a safety net, and you allowed your identity to dismantle and completely disappear. So you have been, it's almost like humiliated, right? And didn't try to fix yourself. And you wake up from all that, however long it took, and you're now sitting in stillness. And it's a very strange thing because I can tell you it took me a while to calibrate, and I'm probably still calibrating to some degree, but I have a very clear picture of what it's like to be on the other side, what it's like to be outside of the illusion where we've always lived. And the interesting thing is, when I was going through the darkness, when I was going through my identity death, it was definitely a very, very difficult time. I don't know if I chose to not speak to people, but I will say that I was in a chrysalis during that time. And maybe this will relate to some of you. I was in a chrysalis, and if anyone was to disturb that mutation, was to disturb that process, it would have screwed a lot of things up. So something inside of me said, don't share what you're going through. And you think you're crazy because you talk to the majority of people out there. I don't care who they are. They would tell you, you got to do something. Go get a job. Go date, the usual things. And I kept to myself. So I was being isolated, but I also didn't want to say anything because something inside of me said, you're going to get bad advice. And even from my spiritual teacher, I was getting bad advice. She no longer knew how to guide me. She told me that. She said, I have no idea what's wrong, why you're stuck. What do you mean? How do you not see it? So I was in this chrysalis, and it was a very delicate process. And so it was a lot of unknown and a lot of what is happening and what am I supposed to be doing and a lot of questions and a lot of isolation. And I went to my herbalist, and bless his heart, we were having a conversation, and I didn't really get into it with him. I didn't want to, but he said he could sense that I was just off. Like it was just kind of like, where am I? Who am I? And he said to me, Sarah, what is it that you like to do? And I could tell he was trying to get me to think, maybe inspire me in some way. You should really get out there. And I'm sitting here going, and that's the reason why I don't say anything, because people are going to start using 3D language to try to fix you.